few months ago, I spontaneously decided that I want to own plants now and be a plant mom. Well, my intention was to buy one plant, but as you might tell, as the video progresses, I bought more than one plant. But initially what I wanted was to just take care of something. I felt like I had a lot to give to someone, and unfortunately I can't give it to a human being because I can't afford that responsibility right now. So I figured that if I could get like a plant, I could like pour out my love to it and just groom it and, you know, just witness this whole beautiful process of it like blooming and all these beautiful things that happen during the growth of a plant. So I'm gonna share with you guys a few lessons that I've learned from each of my plants. They're quite deep and quite spiritual, I must say. It took a lot for me to actually understand this, because when I bought these plants, my thing was, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna have a plant. And when I read on the internet, it was a thing of plants clean the air and that's it. I didn't even think of how they would make me feel and all these things that I'm about to share with you guys right now. So I'm gonna start with this one, which I call Asilonde, which is uNkulunkulu Asilonde. This plant here is very beautiful, as you can see. And to be honest with you, our relationship didn't really start out that well. It wasn't that great. When I bought my main plant, I was just like, oh, this would also be nice. It would be a nice addition to the family. What I learned from this plant is that growth can be overwhelming. Like, it's growing exponentially at this point in time, because it wasn't this big. Now it's just growing every single day. When I take it out, it grows every single day, and it overwhelms me because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to propagate this plant now. I have to cut it down or do something with it. And every time I look at it, I get a feeling of being overwhelmed. At the same time, I'm like, no, actually, this is a beautiful process. It took a while for it to get to the stage, and to be honest with you, I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. So now that's why it's like shocking. It's like, oh my gosh, I've missed so many things. I've missed so many steps with this one. But now I'm just very proud of it. Well, her. I'm really proud of her. She's probably not even going to be happy by the fact that I'm calling her it. And I really love her. She's like very, very beautiful. Like, she's so gorgeous. Yeah, so this is my girl that is teaching me a lot about growth. This is my latest purchase, which is a herb. I think mint is a herb. I stand to be corrected. I'm still yet to learn about the botanical history of all these plants. So this is the mint. The mint was not a spontaneous purchase. I went back home in May and my mom had planted mint, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I can literally go to her garden and just make mint tea, you know. It's so easy. And I figured that, hey, I've seen this somewhere, so I bought it. But my thing is, when I actually started using the mint, my issue was that I started feeling like, oh my gosh, it's gonna run out. I can't use it every single day. And all of a sudden, it's this big. It's just this big. It's huge. It's gorgeous. So I'm like, there's an abundance of mint all of a sudden. That's what it has taught me. Get rid of the scarcity mindset. This is editing Zané right now. I just want to say I'm well aware that I can't say scarcity or however you say that word. So we're just gonna take this as it is right now and go with it. The main point is in the message, and I'm sure that you know what I meant by what I was saying. So please don't shoot me. So please forgive me for that. I really was struggling there. It's humanly possible to struggle with pronouncing some words in English. And to just accept the abundance that life gives me, because now I'm like, it's grown so much and I can do a lot with it now, you know, and it's just so gorgeous. Like, I thought it was gonna run out, but yeah, because with the scarcity mindset, it's the idea that we always think that there's not enough in the world, and the mint is just showing me that there's more than enough. When you lose some, you win some, and this is exactly what this has taught me. Abundance. And this one was meant to be this one was meant to be my main plant. So this is Azizi. Azizi was the plant that I had planned to purchase, only Azizi, but then I got carried away. But that's just beside the point. Azizi is teaching me a lot about being present and about stillness. When I got Azizi, like, he grew so fast. He was like growing so fast. Every single day I would see like a leaf popping up or whatever the case may be, and now I am just like, he has slowed down. He's really slowed down. And every single time, I kid you not, every single time I look at him, I feel a sense of peace just washing over me. I don't know how to explain it, but like, he's usually like there on the side, and I'm usually like on my desk doing my work or whatever, and every single time I stare, I'm like, you need to be still, you need to be present. Like, it's always a reminder, like, he's always a reminder of just be mindful and be present in this moment in time. I know you're frustrated, but calm down, you know, like, calm down. So he teaches me a lot about being centered, so to say, you know. And the overarching principle in all of this is the fact that I've realized that if you speak nicely to your plants, they blossom. As anything in life, if you speak nicely, because I do talk to my plants, I wake them up and I kiss them when I can, I show them affection, I speak to them. Like, it's very important. I was reading this book, I was actually reading this book called The Book You Wish Your Parents Had Read. So it just speaks about how to talk to your kids and how to communicate properly with your kids without making them feel like they can't think. So that's what I've also learned with plants, that it's important to communicate with them. I'll make an example with Azizi. Like, when I take Azizi out for sun sometimes and I don't say anything to him or whatever the case may be, I can tell that there's probably some disconnection between me and him because of like the lack of communication or whatever the case may be. So plants actually do communicate with you. They're spiritual beings. I also read another book that I've mentioned, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and she does speak about how she went to learn about the botanical history of plants and eventually wrote a book about it, and she didn't even know that she was going to end up writing a book about it. And that's the same thing that's happening with my plants. I just got plants just because, but now I'm here. They're teaching me how to be centered, how to understand abundance, how to understand how growth can be overwhelming, how to understand being mindful, and all these things. So it's just a thing of everything has a purpose, but their purpose can be revealed at a different point in time, only when you're ready to actually receive that purpose. And lastly, what you tend, what you nurture will also nourish you and nurture you in return. That's what these plants are doing. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I am so grateful for you guys, for your support, for commenting, subscribing, liking, and everything that you guys do. I am so grateful. I am thankful for you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be anything that you want to be.